So we then have Elijah comes in chapter 17. He proclaims the drought. The drought's going on. And then you get to chapter 18. And the story of that, Elijah in the 3rd year, God says to him, go and present yourself to Ahab. But then you get to verse 4 of chapter 18. For so it was, while Jezebel massacred, cut off, wiped them out, the prophets of the Lord, that Obadiah had taken 100 prophets and hidden them 52 a cave. So you have Jezebel operates in complete opposition to God's prophets, to that which is true and spiritual and from heaven. She wants to cut it off, to kill it, to bring it to nothing.
She was doing what she was designed to do, what she was brought up to do. Her dad wasn't looking down from Sidon down there going, oh, it didn't quite work out. This was the writing on the wall before there was writing on the wall, that no one should be surprised by this. And yet we are. I've seen too many women in the background that are scary, and they're up to mischief.
They're up to mischief.
Do you know, I tell you what, because I do feel it, and I know you feel it on this one, it made me think of how is the devil described, at least in part, regarding
walking to and fro,
a little bit more like a roaring
lion.
What was he doing?
Seeking whom he...
And do you know what? I've seen it with, I remember 30 plus years ago, and this woman, and I said to you, what was that about? And you said, yeah. This, and just was a married woman after the guys, after the young man, just flirty with them. She may never have gone off with any of them, but she was not a help. I only met her probably for like 2 hours, and I thought, what's going on here? And you know, she wasn't dressed in red. She was dressed in Laura Ashley, and you wouldn't blink an eye. And you had to be beyond naive to let that slip and not see it. And you got to deal with these things. But God allows them to happen. He gives us loads of slack. You know, Ahab married her. Meant nothing to him. He married her. And look where he went. She was massacring the Lord's servants.
After Elijah's called down fire from heaven, and you turn over, so we've had the big contest between the prophets of Baal. All the prophets of Baal have gone. So I'll turn over that. Chapter 19, Ahab tells Jezebel all that Elijah's done. And then 19 verse 2, Jezebel sent a messenger to Elijah saying, so let the gods do to me and more also, if I do not make your life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. She has no real fear of God whatsoever.
No.
I mean, this amazing demonstration has just happened. All of her prophets have been killed. Well, not all of them, actually, unless they're gathered to it. If you look, here we go, if we go back to 18 verse 19, and Elijah says, now therefore send and gather all Israel to me on Mount Carmel, and 450 prophets of Baal. Oh, and the 400 prophets of Asherah. Where do they get their food? Who are they supported by? Who eat at Jezebel's table.
Yeah.
She's not only in complete opposition to what is true and spiritual and holy and from heaven, what God wants and purposes, she's actively supporting and providing and making a way for everything that is unclean and untrue and unholy and false.
Filling up the fuel tanks of the evil one.
And it's just horrendous.